And to Anambra State, where Governor Chukwuma Soludo has formally flagged off the desalting of drainages and cleanup exercise of Okpoko and Onitsha environs. This is to fulfill his earlier promise to declare emergency on heaps of refuse in Okpoko and other parts of Onitsha. Bamidele Ajayi reports.
Loud cheers herald the occasion that welcomed the new governor of Anambra State to Okpoko community in Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State. The governor, in his pre-election campaign, promised to give Okpoko and Onitsha city the facelift it desire. In fulfillment of his promise is why Governor Chukwuma Soludo is here. Onitsha shall be clean. Anambra shall be clean. The popular say that cleanliness is next to godliness. People that stay on where they drop refuse here, we have removed it and it will not be there again. Okpoko is a slum-like settlement with over 1 million inhabitants. The governor makes it a task to ensure the densely populated city is kept clean to improve health and hygiene of the residents. But someone that has what he's doing should make sure that if you drop any refuse into the gutter, make sure you remove it. That is why some bite people. Malaria too is doing its own, but it will stop. Elated residents of Okpoko, Onitsha, praised the governor's initiative to embark on the cleanup exercise.
I feel what the governor did today will help us. By Tuesday, I know movement will be and the road will clear.
The cleanup exercise is going on in 4 local government areas, including Onitsha North and South. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Onitsha.
Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed says the federal government has set in motion plans to install surveillance along train routes in Nigeria. Speaking on TVC's program this morning, the minister condoled with the families of those who lost their lives in the attack along the Abuja-Kaduna railway route.
I want to, first of all, use this opportunity to condole with the families of those who lost their lives in the tragic terrorist attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train on Monday night. And the federal government, as Mr. President has said, has put in motion the machinery to ensure that such a thing is not repeated and that we don't witness such a thing again. And one of the things Mr. President has decided to do is to fast-track the installation of an integrated surveillance and monitoring system.
And outside Nigeria, shocking images of civilian bodies in the streets of Bucha near Kyiv have led to an outpouring of international condemnation of Russia. Further evidence of civilian killings near Kyiv have also been uncovered. A shallow grave where 4 people allegedly shot dead by Russian forces were buried. Western leaders are expected to increase sanctions on Russia this week and have joined in condemnation of reports that Ukrainian civilians had been shot dead with their hands tied behind their backs. And France's President Macron says there are clear indications Russian forces have committed war crimes. He has called for more sanctions targeting Russia oil and coal exports, but doesn't mention gas. Germany, which relies heavily on Russian gas, says it is working towards an embargo on Russian energy, but won't act immediately. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, on his part, accused Russia of despicable attacks, while the White House called it a punch to the gut. In South America, at least 16 people have been killed in heavy rains and landslides that hit the Brazilian state of Rio de Janeiro. Rescuers are searching a wide area in the state, hoping to find survivors. The state was again devastated by rain and mud, and this time the downpours hit coastal cities and the second most populous region in the state after the city of Rio. The latest flash floods and landslides came 6 weeks after torrential rains killed 233 people in the historical city of Petropolis, also in Rio State. And now to Pakistan, where President Arif Alvi has dissolved the National Assembly at the request of the country's Prime Minister. In a televised address to the nation, Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan told the nation that he had sent advice to the president to dissolve the National Assembly or the lower house of the parliament. Mr. Khan said a foreign power hatched a conspiracy to remove his government through a no-confidence motion against him, and the Deputy Speaker of the lower house rejected the motion because the nation cannot let such kind of conspiracies succeed. Imran Khan noted that he wants his nation to start preparing for elections and not let any foreign power decide the future of Pakistan, adding that once the National Assembly is dissolved, a procedure to appoint a caretaker setup will start. And in China, experts say local communities in Shanghai are playing an increasingly important role in the fight against the COVID-19 epidemic as the city is facing a new round of flare-ups. According to local authorities, the second phase of a city-wide lockdown in Shanghai has come into force in areas west of the Hangpu River amid a recent spike in COVID-19 infections. The municipal government of Shanghai announced on March the 27th that it was locking down each half of the city by turns for mass COVID-19 testing amid surging infections. The eastern half of the city, comprising around 11 million residents, went into closed-loop management at the start of the week on Monday for 4 days, while the 14 million remaining people in the western half of the city will start from Friday.